going to put my glasses back on again then. So, Madam President and members, welcome to this evening, and it's so nice to have a new member. Welcome, Angela. This evening is open mic, and we're going to have a whole array of themes, from poems to stories, comedy to something emotional. Tonight Angela will be doing her F1, making a start, and yes, I have a theme of tonight is about having fun, because when we have fun, we learn. That's exactly what babies do. They put one block on top of another, and then it all falls down, and then they start again. And that's what we do at Speakers Club. When it all falls down and all falls apart, never mind, you stand up and start again. So let's have some fun tonight. I also think we're all here to learn. So I'd like to start with a quote, some wise words from Plato. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow, even if that someone is yourself. And that applies to me tonight, chairing for the first time. So I'm going to be very kind to myself, and if it all falls to pot, then I've got a backup plan. Thank you, John. So, as often is the case, we learn about what happened in history. Well, I discovered that an awful lot of people died, some got married, some got divorced, and a few other interesting events happened. So, I'm wondering, for our president, does she know what happened in 1320?
I should know, because it was only 2 years ago.
1320. Told you we were going to have fun tonight.
1320.
1320. I'll put you out of your misery. The Duke. Now you're going to have a laugh at my expense. Vladislav Ludvíček becomes King of Poland.
I'm sorry, what is that called?
Duke Vladislav Ludvíček becomes Duke of Poland. Becomes King of Poland.
Show me what is it.
Now you'll get the proper pronunciation.
What is what? Łokietek!
Okay.
What is what? Łokietek, yes, he's very famous.
Yes, well there we go. So, he became King of Poland on the 20th of January 1320.
He was a good king.
He was a good king. Good, it's good to know. In 1569, Miles Coverdale. Anybody know who that was? Okay. Well, he was an English bishop and translator of the Great Bible. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
The first authorized English translation of the Bible, and he died at about 80. For those across the pond might know, 1732. Okay, no. Richard Henry Lee, amazingly an American farmer born in Virginia, signed the US Declaration of Independence.
Right, okay.
So, wonder why a farmer's signing the Declaration of Independence. But hey, that's what he did on the 20th of January, 1732. For the other side of the world, 1841, China cedes Hong Kong to the British during the First Opium War. In 1901, and I thought this one would be of interest to Brian, but unfortunately he's not here tonight. It's Zenob Gram as a Belgian engineer, and he created the Gram dynamo. He died aged 74. And what's interesting about this one is that it was in 1873 that he and Hippolyte Fontaine accidentally discovered that the Gram dynamo was reversible and would spin when connected to any DC power supply. The Gram machine was the first useful, powerful electric motor that was successful industrially. Before Gram's invention, electric motors attained only low power and were mainly used as toys or laboratory curiosities. Only 2 years later, Nikola Tesla observed a Gram machine at the Graz University of Technology, and he conceived the idea of using it for alternating current, but was unable to develop the idea at that time. And of course, it's now being widely used, so that's why I thought it would be interesting as we had the presentation about Tesla a little while ago. In 1910, Joy Adamson, this was an interesting discovery for me. Do you know who Joy Adamson is?
Born free.
Born free, yes. But did you know she was actually Austrian, and her name was Friederike Victoria Gessner. She was an Austrian naturalist and author of Born Free, and she was born in Troppau in Austria. In 1930, Buzz Aldrin, American astronaut and fighter pilot, was born in New Jersey. 1934, Tom Baker, Doctor Who, yes, British actor, was born in Liverpool. 1936, this one's probably for John, royalty. King George V, known as King of the United Kingdom and the British Dominions and the Emperor of India between 1910 and 1936, died at the age of 70, and interesting for me, after being euthanized by his doctor. Didn't realise that was acceptable in 1936.
I think you just took the whiskey bottle away.
Maybe. Bit closer to my time, 1980, another one for across the pond.
Okay.
Jimmy Carter, and I remember this one, announces the US boycott of the Moscow Olympics. 1984, Johnny Westmuller, I also remember this one, American actor known as Tarzan, yes. Swimmer, 5 times Olympic gold medal between 1924 and 1928. He died of pulmonary edema at 79. 1993, Audrey Hepburn, British actress, died of colon cancer at 63. 1997, Edith Heisman. Anybody know who that is? She was the oldest survivor of the Titanic, died age 100. Also in 1997, and this one tickled me a little, Vladimir Yamnikov. He was the owner of Crystal Vodka. Ironically died of cirrhosis at age 56, which means he was a great advert for his business. For those who don't know, cirrhosis is caused generally by overuse of alcohol. And the 20th of January is, I notice, is generally the date of the US presidents are inaugurated, and in 2009 it was the turn of Barack Obama, 44th president and first African-American president. But what I was hoping to say, and it's in my notes, I'm going to have to say it, was that a little while ago, Janice was born. And so it's her birthday, hence why she's not here today and is celebrating. So there we go, that is our history lesson for this evening. So we will go on to open mic unless I've missed something. With Angela beginning with her F1. We've got a timekeeper as David, who's already in position. Well done, thank you. Evaluator is David D. And what are your times for the lights? Green and...
What did you say? You said coming along, didn't you?
So 6, 7 and 8?
So 8 is when it's finished, isn't it?
Yes, so 8 on red, which means you've got 15 seconds before the light goes out.
I gave you what's the one before that?
Amber,
Yeah, and that's...
that would be at 7, and
Yeah.
then green at 6.
Yeah. Because it's towards the end where I've got it so that I can cut it all on there and there, hopefully.
So 6, 7 and 8 off at 8.
No, I didn't say that, should I?
Great.
No.